YouTube tarot reader, Lisa Lee, has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
We have a super strong connection here, right? Oh my God!
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. It is a Sunday evening here in the UK and probably across the world. It's 7 p.m. UK time. And so, yes, it is time for some tarot sessions. Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all doing really well. My name's Lisa. This is Beyond Authentic Witchcraft. So how do you get tarot readings on this channel? It's dead simple. We'll come to that in a second. Before I do, housekeeping, as always, tarot is for entertainment purposes only, and you do make all your own decisions about your own life. Okay, if you want a divorce, if you want to get a toy boy, if you want to get a I don't know, a girl on the side, a person on the side, anything like that, if you want to change your job, if you want to jack your business in, if you want to move house, if you want to change countries, if you want to go into education, if you want to get your blooming hair cut and you want to get a tattoo of Donald Trump on your belly button, whatever you want to do, you are the one that makes the decisions about your own life. Okay, that's called living in a democracy. However, tarot can give you some guidance and some clues towards what might be in store. Okay, so the other thing I need to say is that tarot is not an excuse or not designed to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counseling advice. Really important this. The cards are not going to be able to tell you if you're, I don't know, if your Pika virus, I don't think that's a thing, is going to be really bad, or if you're going to have a relapse, or if you're going to, you know, it's not going to tell you that. And I'm definitely not going to answer any medical questions because I'm not a doctor. Equally, if you're going through a law case right now, I am not a lawyer. Don't ask for legal questions. Get legal advice. Always go for the mundane before the magical. And the other thing is you have to be 18 years of age or over to get a tarot reading, just because arguably if you're under 18, you don't necessarily make the legal decisions about your own life. Therefore, it all just gets messy. So we're not going to do that. So then, how do you get a reading on this channel? Well, it's very complicated. You see, what you need to do is to have a question in your mind. You then need to get on to this here live stream. You need to hit the subscribe button, and then you need to wait 5 minutes, because you have to be subscribed 5 minutes before you can type. And then you tippity tappity type your question into the live chat, and you put at the very beginning the word question. And that is done so that I can see and the mods can see who is asking the questions and where they are, rather than the comments which are like, hi, I've just got in, I'm just going to eat some baked beans. Oh, I'm really loving the background today. Oh, Lisa, I like Pink Floyd. Like, it's a Pink Floyd t-shirt in case you can't tell. You know, I like that. Oh, I like it. Because I will get distracted on all of that. So you need to put the word question in. Okay. The other thing you need to know, tarot is not satanic, demonic. It's not evil, nasty. It's not doing anything to take away other people's control or autonomy or anything like that. Tarot is 78 bits of paper or card with some pretty pictures on, separated into various sections that I go through as I do the readings. And those cards tell a story, and I interpret that story. I've been doing this for 28 plus years, and I'm bloody good at it, right? This is one of the things I've had to learn over the last 28 years. I am actually good at this. This is the only thing probably in my life that I am actually good at. And I'm able to say that. And normally it would, can't say that. Don't, what was it? Don't toot your own horn. Don't blow your own trumpet. Those all sound rude to me. There's a saying something like that, but not rude. But yeah, anyway. That's all the housekeeping done. The only other bit I've got to say is that the moderators in the live chat, the moderators are the ones who have a little blue wrench or a little blue spanner next to their name, okay? All of those wonderful people just give their time freely on this channel. They're just the most amazing bunch of people. They really are. And the mods, if they ever ask you anything, if they ask you to confirm anything, if they say anything in the chat, they are literally like, I will back them without even questioning what they're doing. Basically, they've got full autonomy. They basically run the channel. I'm just the Muppet here that does the readings. Okay, that's how that works. So if you think of it, I'm Miss Piggy and they are all the puppeteers with hands up everywhere and sticks for hands. That sounded so much better in my head. I feel sorry for whichever one's doing that. Oh my God, don't cry. Oh no, but I haven't got waterproof mascara on. Oh God. Oh gosh. Oh dear. Oh, sorry. Make myself laugh. Oh gosh. Right. There we go. Oh. Shut up, you're a professional. I can do this. I'm good at this shit. I just said I was good at this shit. Oh my God. My eyes are literally leaking now. Shut up, Lisa. Stop making yourself laugh. Nobody else is laughing. Right. Here we go. So let's have a look at who's. Oh my God, there's so many messages in already. Who's here so far? Curious Holland, one of the mods. Thank you, Holland. Alison, I answered your question earlier, but good evening to Alison. Patricia's here, one of our other mods. Ed's here, one of the mods. Flower Beauty's here, one of our regulars. Queen 707's here. Ange is here. Belinda Jane Harris. I love your name. It sounds like you should be on like Real Housewives of somewhere posh. Stoke, Kent. Real Housewives of Kent. And you're like, oh, hi, I'm Belinda Jane Harris from the Kent Harrises. Yes. That's what it feels like. Wolf Boyo's here. Good evening, Wolf Boyo. Yeah, you've got your first day at college tomorrow. Good luck with that, my friend. Nanette's here. Good evening, Nanette. All right, my darling, you go and have a lovely sleep, I hope. Play that music, that thingy that we talked about on the live stream, on the members only live. That's really good. That's really good. So yeah, if you don't know, we've just done an hours long chat where we did a tarot reading for somebody. We were talking about sleep. We were talking about benefits in the UK. We were talking about all sorts of bits and pieces. And you can join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. if you come over and join our membership at buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. The reason we don't do the donations and things on the YouTube is because we are still I think 150 hours now away from monetization, and because obviously the live streams people jump in and jump out, that's why we don't have a lot of the watch time on here, because we've got the 1,000+ subscribers. We don't have that watch time, so that's why. But once that happens in however many months or whatever, then you will be able to donate directly through YouTube system, which makes it a lot easier for everybody. So I do understand that. But thank you to everybody for all of your questions. Oh, thank you. I'm good at it. Thank you. That's nice. And I'm good at singing for what? No, I used to be. Thank you. And supporting friends. Oh, thank you. You'll make me cry. I can't. Me mascara is already going. Rabina's here as well. Good evening, Rabina. Oh my God, Ed. You're not a proper Yorkshireman. Yeah, nah. You're one of those Lancastrians, isn't you? From Lancashire. Them southern weaklings. That's what you must be. Yeah, we don't put ours on till nearly like normally December, but yours is a fire, so you got different reasons. But yeah, wow. Mars here as well. So lots of people in tonight. It's warm in Coventry, says Rabina. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice, Rabina. That's nice for you. Yeah, that's nice for you. Never mind all the rest of us having to freeze our bloody boobies off. You know what I mean? It's nice for Rabina. It's nice. Nice in Coventry. Yeah. Don't worry about Ed freezing his bits down there, up there where he is. Yep. Freezing his bits. Absolutely. Everything brass monkeys. But, you know, it's fine because Rabina's warm. Rabina's warm. That's nice. I'm joking, Rabina. I'm joking. But anyway, shall we? It's still warm in Derbyshire. Today's been really hit or miss for us. We came back from the shop, and it was mild because Rufus said, "Oh, I can't work out whether I'm hot or cold." I said, "You're probably just at the right sort of temperature because we were walking, so that gets you a little bit warmer. But it's not a cold day, but it wasn't a warm day. It was like perfect temperature." You all right? Holland says Scots blood. You don't feel the cold. Ooh. Oh, it's the chilly wind. Oh no, we don't like the chilly wind, especially after a curry or a chili. You know, when you've had the kidney beans and the taco beans and everything else, and it's a bit spicy wind, isn't it? Anyway, on that lovely note, I do have a new microphone. I finally had to give in, and I was spending about £15 a week on new cables for the old one, and I finally just got myself a new mic, which was again another expense. Hello. No, you don't have to. You can say, like, people are here. You're chopping strawberries. All right then. And you're going to do the bit on the table in the lounge. Okay. Okay. All right then. She's doing that well. Hang on, everyone. Oh, the epidural. Yeah, so Rufus's mum had surgery yesterday as well. In fact, shall we light another candle? Let's light another candle. So we're going to light another green healing candle. I don't know whether you can see. We've got a little Rufus here, and there's a little green me in the background. So, yes.
Hello, Tui too.
Looking at Tui. So then, right, what we'll do, everybody, I'm going to light the candle. So this is a healing candle, right? So just for a couple of seconds, what we're going to do is we're going to light, will you light my candle? We're going to light the candle. I'm going to pop it just here on the side, like so. So if you see that candle burning during the night, burning during the stream, just send it a little bit of energy. Look, there's oh, can we see your hand? No, we can't really see. Yeah, the boys are cool. The boys are in the thing there. Anyway, right, let's crack on with some readings. Right, go on then. Love you. Be careful climbing over that mess. So yeah, we're gonna light the candle for Rufus's mum, for Rufus's healing, anybody else that needs healing. So again, our thoughts and warm vibes are going out to those people with the healing candle. Okay, so green for me is a healing color. I know a lot of American witches think of green as a money color, but because our money in the UK, green is the lowest denominator. So that's your £5 note. Your £50 note is red. And I prefer gold as a money spell, purely and simply because that's our coins are gold, our pound coins. But yes, anyway, right then. Oh yes, thank you, Holland. Holland's put there. Look, if anybody would like to light a virtual candle, you can do so there at the centreforhealingarts.com. Light a candle. So yeah, go ahead and do that if you would like to light a virtual candle. Right then, quarter past, let's crack on with some readings. How do you get a tarot reading on this channel? You wait until I say I'm opening a round. I'm opening a round. Go ahead now, put your details in the chat. Here we go. Look, how to ask. Start your question with the word question. I will then read for one of those that I am drawn to at random. Go ahead and do that. Start with the word question. If you would like to guarantee your reading is next, or your reading is done, go across to buymeacoffee.com/beyond authentic. Click on the very first icon. It says Q Jump on a live stream. It costs £4 in the UK GBP, £3 to our channel members. I don't know what that is in other currencies, but yeah, go ahead and do that, and then let us know, let one of the mods know that you have Q jumped over at Buy Me a Coffee, and then I will find that, confirm that, and do your reading next. Just in case you missed all of that, here's a handy dandy video for those that are visual learners like me. Okay, right then. So as I thought my glasses were on my head. It's because I've got a head grippy thing, so my hair at the back is pulled quite tight. I thought it was my glasses. Right then, so we are going to change. Oh no, I don't need to change my. I'm doing the wrong thing. Hang on, everybody. Let me take the ticker tape off. There we go. So then let's have a look on the comments. We're going to, so how I pick it is by going up and down with the jog wheel. And then I just stop the jog and grab one of them at random. So then let's go ahead. I will go. Hang on. That's a private chat. Every time I move it and it clicks on the private chat thing, it's right next to it. Right. Here we go. Up and down. This one. No. Jesus. This one. There's got to be a better way of doing this. Who's this? Rabina Sahunter. Rabina! Question. Will my financial situation change for the better? Let's have a look at that for you. I'm putting these on now when I've read the question. Let me stick those on my head. Right then. So, Rabina, if you're not Rabina Sahunter, chances are, percentage-wise, you're probably not Rabina. Then do please select and copy your question, and then that way I'll be able to when I open the next round, all you need to do then is paste it into the live chat. And then that saves you having to write it out each time individually. Right then, so we've got Card Cam, and that means it's time to give a great big huge hello to the lovely Wispy. Good evening, Wispy, on the main channel, my friend. I know you love being here. Wispy is my elemental air dragon. For those that don't know, I have Tulpas Egregore Servitors, thought forms that I work with. That is the elemental energies, and Wispy is our air dragon. So whenever we introduce Wispy, he gets his own little bit of twinkly twinkly music. It's like a wind chime, and I always ring the bell to cleanse between readings. So then Wispy, Rabina, thank you. Rabina would like to know, is her financial situation going to change for the better? Will Rabina's financial situation change for the better? We're doing a 3-card reading. So we're going to do the situation, the obstacle, and the how to overcome that obstacle. Okay, so we'll take a good look at that for you. Don't forget, everybody, if you weren't picked, hang on in there. Readings on this channel take about 7 or 8 minutes for each 3-card reading, and then we will get to the next one. So then let's have a look. So let's cut the cards. Obviously, for those that don't know, if you were here in person, you would be doing some of the shuffling and cutting the cards. But obviously, when we're doing it across the interwebs, we have to do it this way. Right then, let's have a look. Oops. There we go. So then, let's have a look. The current situation, we've got the Empress. So one of my favorite, or probably my favorite of all time tarot card, not necessarily in this deck, but the Empress is a card I adore, and that's talking about abundance, but it's also, there is another side to that, so we'll get to that in a second. I'm just trying to make sure this is level on screen. Yes, it is. That's cool. We've got the 7 of Swords coming up as the obstacle. Interesting. And then we've got the Queen of Wands reversed in the future. No, in the overcoming position. So let's see. Right. So the situation. What does, hang on, I need to get onto this one here. There we go. What does the Empress mean? Well, the standard Empress looks a bit more like this, where she's surrounded by wheat. So it's talking about the abundance, because back in the day, you know, if you had a healthy crop, it meant you could eat, you could sell your bread, you could sell your flour, blah, blah, blah. So we've got the wheat depicted here, but the Empress is largely about abundance and also family. Now, in this case, this particular Empress is less about that family connection and slightly more about the abundance. But I don't know whether you can see, we've got a little tattoo there of a heart, and you've got these other markings. So this Empress is still with that nurturing energy, with that really positive sort of family type energy. So what I would say is that it's not so much that you're seen as being a provider or that you've got a lot of money. It's that's kind of been expected by the family. You've almost been the provider of like everything, just from an emotional level, but also from a financial level. So it really feels like, especially with a financial question, it's like this is almost your obstacle. This is like the situation you're in, that everybody wants something from you. And the Empress is really giving. She would give you the shirt off her back if she could, but the problem with that is she's only got one shirt on. You know what I mean? You can only do that once. Once you've given everything you've got, what do you do after that? You're gonna struggle. And this is literally what this card is talking about in this position. Now, the obstacle, we've got the 7 of Swords. Now, this comes up a lot in this deck. This is one of Wispy's favorite sort of trouble cards, if you like, because it literally is talking about each one of these swords are different issues that are coming through and piercing this nest. Now, you can look at the nest again, carrying on this family element. So you can look at this nest as being the mother magpie, this nurturing energy, and the nests, the eggs being the precious thing. But also you can see we've got a lot of jewelry and things here that have been taken. So there's things that have been taken, difficulties in terms of, you know, maybe providing, again, this hint of financial, linking it back to the financial, this element of providing all of the glittery jewels and things. I mean, there's also a nut and a bolt there, so it's not just that, but we've got this feeling of, you know, trying to protect family, trying to protect the young'uns and grow your young'uns, whilst also there being these issues going on in the background. So as an obstacle, it feels like you've got the Empress energy, which is you wanting to give and nurture, and then everybody else is kind of coming here and they're trying to take everything from you all the time and trying to kind of bring those issues to your door, Rabina, when it feels like, actually, you know, isn't it time you hatched out and fledged and start building your own nest? You know what I mean? The outcome, or how to overcome this, we've got the Queen of Wands reversed. Now, this is saying, do not feel bad about putting your foot down and basically displaying your inner confidence, your inner self-esteem, right? As much as it may come alien to you to put your foot down and demand that things go a certain way, this character, you can see she's giving Tina Turner energy, she's giving RuPaul energy, she's giving, you know, there's sort of Lady Gaga energy going on, you know what I mean? There's like Whitney Houston. This is a diva, right? This Queen of Wands is a diva. Yes, she's a performer. She's on stage, strutting her stuff, getting her leg out, you know, doing that pose, that rock star kind of microphone tilt pose. But she's absolutely confident and sure of herself. Now, the thing is, if this is family taking all the time, then you are going to have to stand up, stamp your heel down, and basically say, this is how it needs to be from here on in. This is what needs to be. No more. This is what we're doing. And I don't think that's going to come naturally to you, my darling, because of this reversal. Wispy, I know I'm throwing you in, but I want another card. We're going to shuffle again. One more card, Wispy. I want an outcome or an idea of, I'll tell you what, Wispy, we'll do what's on its way for Rabina. What is on its way? Is there going to be anything that will help change? If Rabina puts her foot down, puts down her high heel, stamps that down and says this and no more, what is going to change? Okay, so she's the product of change. She's the bringer of change. What is that going to look like? One card, and we've got Queen of Swords, right? Okay, so it's definitely not something that you are going to find natural, Rabina. It's definitely not something that you are going to go, put my foot down, blah, blah, blah. But it will bring, you are going to establish your authority. Respect my authority. You are going to establish your authority and you are going to get control of this 7. Okay, this is the Queen of Swords. So there will still be issues happening. It's not going to resolve everything overnight, but you will be the one in control of the swords, these issues that are happening, right? So this is going to be one of those times that you are just going to have to kind of stand up and say, I don't want to have to parent you all again, whether it's family or whether it's, you know, whatever this is. I honestly do think this is family take. And this is where you literally need to say, I am the head of the household. This is what we're going to do. If you don't like it, there's the front door. Bugger off. This is what we're doing now. And I think you might get a bit of pushback, but that will be, you will then be in control and be able to sort things out from there. Hopefully, my darling, that makes some sense. So yeah, thank you very much for your question. And as I say, I really do hope that that helps at least a little. Right, let's look back at the live. Excuse me. Good evening, Sherry. Sherry's here. Oh yeah, please give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. Smash that like button, give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Everybody who didn't get a question, hang on in there. I will we'll be doing another round very, very shortly. So yeah, Rabina, my darling, I really hope that that helps, and I hope that yeah, I hope things pick up for you in the weeks to come. I really, really do. It does feel like you're gonna have to slam your high-heeled boot or your high-heeled shoe or your whatever. You're gonna have to slam your foot down and basically say, we're playing by my rules now. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, I know we're near Halloween, so I'm already starting to watch some of the old horror films, but you're gonna have to say something like, what is it Freddy Krueger says? What is it? You're in my world, bitch. That's what you're gonna have to say. We're in my world, bitch. Thank you, Holland. Holland, I would come on and watch all your Sims videos, but I don't have Sims 4, and I haven't played Sims in before lockdown because I got Minecraft and I don't really play Sims anymore. Rufus still plays Sims occasionally. Yeah, if you like gaming content, have a look at Curious Holland on the YouTubes, because currently Holland is curious about Sims. Sims 4. There's lots of gaming content. I might have to watch a couple and see what you're doing, because I don't really know how to play Sims, to be fair. I just made people that I thought I knew, like people I knew in real life. I just made them, and then they all ended up having babies and affairs and leaving and then drowning in swimming pools. That's basically what happened. Everybody drowned in swimming pools. I don't know why the Sims do that. You give them a swimming pool, they're all going to drown and then eat moldy food out of the bin and things like that. And then they go, it's not flop flip, it's the flop flip. Not good. And then the little Grim Reaper comes and takes their soul, except sometimes they stay ghosts. I don't understand it. Don't, because talking about gaming, sidebar, literal like tangent time. Talking about gaming, Saints Row, I've got now on the PS4. I haven't played Saints Row in a long time, and I've made a character that looks just like me. She looks just like me. I was so happy. She's like a big bruiser. It's really cool though. It's good when someone does you wrong in real life. You can make them in the Sims and then watch them die slowly and horribly. Yeah, that's pretty much what we did. Not just for people we didn't like, it was for everybody. Basically, we made everybody. It must have been just at the start of lockdown. We made everybody, right? Everybody got made, and then it was really interesting because you could see the Sims characters, like randomly, two characters or two people we knew, their Sim people would go off and have an affair, and we're like, I wonder if there's any of that in real life. There wasn't, but everybody died. Modern day voodoo. It is. This is why when I downloaded my Minecraft for the first time, I made a Costa when lockdown happened, because I was missing Costa. But anyway, you can play with mods for Sims 4. Can you? Thank you, Ed. Ed's telling me to move on. Look at that. He's like, all right, enough now. Get moving. All right, go ahead and put your questions in the live chat. We'll do this again. Put your questions in the live chat right now if you would like a question, and then we'll go. Thank you, Ed. I know, right? Keeping me real. Go ahead and put your chat in the live chat right now. Put your question in, starting with the word question. Queen, I'm interested to see more about the mods for Sims 4. Can you get that on PlayStation? I don't know if you can get that on PlayStation. That's really interesting. Anyway, just in case you don't know, go across to buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, where you can, in fact, click on the Q jump on a live stream button. That will get your reading guaranteed up next. Yeah, in case you missed all that. I know I've told the story before, but Ed in the live chat, right? When Ed's doing the when Ed is doing this, right? When this message comes up, right? That is Ed's way of telling me, hurry up now. You've been doing too much shit, too much of a tangent. Get back on track, right? I was at a live tarot event. All of the mods came. It was the most amazing thing. The picture at the end where you've got the mods in, that picture, it was the most wonderful thing. I met all of the mods in person. They all met each other. We all hung out a little bit. It was wonderful. But Ed and Neil at one point walked past where I was doing the readings going, and then walked back again 5 minutes later. Because I was just sat chatting. Oh, gosh. It was funny. It made me giggle. Right then, let's have a look. Let's have a look. We've got lots of questions in the chat. And we're going to go... my jog button's stuck. We're going to go up and down here, and we're going to click on this one. Oh, I went too far back up. Rabina, right, just to come back 1 second, everybody. Rabina, you need to stand up to your mum. That's what that Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands is. Stand up to your mum. She can't take it. She can't take your money. You need to basically get that money back because it's putting you in shit. So get that money back. Put your foot down. If need be, take her to court. Right? It sounds ridiculous. If need be, take her to bloody court. You had to... It was very funny. Right, let's pick a reading. So we're going to go... I'm not going to go too far. So there we go. This bit here, and we're clicking on this one. I've hit show. Queen! Okay. Does your crush have any romantic feelings for me? If not, will he have any in the future? Okay, my darling, we'll have a look at this for you. Everybody else, hold on in there. Copy and select. No, select and copy your question. It'll be back in literally 7 or 8 minutes. We'll do another one, right? So then let's have a look. Queen, we're going to bring in the card cam. So there we go, all the way to there. So there we go. That's nice and level. Wispy. Oh, maybe a little bit more. There we go. Wispy, we want to know, Queen 707 wants to know, does her crush have any romantic feelings for her? If not, will he have any in the future? In other words, this is a love, love, love reading. Is this love, 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 or lusty, lusty, lusty? Is this going to be reciprocated? Will Queen 707's crush become King 707? That's what we want to know. That's what we want to know. We're still waiting on the first ever Beyond Authentic Witchcraft wedding. Not between mods. Because most of the mods have either been in relationships or are in relationships or don't want to be in relationships. So, you know, but the first Beyond Authentic Witchcraft wedding, let's have a look. By the way, Ed, how did your birthday dinner go? Hopefully it was lovely and you had a lot of fun and a wonderful time. Let's have a look. So then, Queen 707, does your crush have any feelings for you? If not, will he have some soon? Oh, Temperance, Major Arcana coming up first. That is the where you are. What you need to know. Page of Swords reversed. Okay. And Page of Wands. Oh, right then, Queen. So let's have a look. So Temperance. What does temperance mean? It's a funny old word, isn't it? Temperance. Basically, it's talking about compromise. It's talking about finding the best situation. It's talking about mixing and melding things together and moving, like literally taking two separate things and finding a middle path, finding a way through where each of you is blended and compromised and negotiated, right? That's what it's talking about. But this is reversed, which is saying that there is no room here for negotiation. I don't think, if this is where you are, I don't think your crush has feelings for you, right? The reason being is that I think with these two cards coming up as well, they're really quite definite. A, all three are reversed. B, in the what you need to know position about your crush, we've got the Page of Swords. So your crush has a lot to learn. I don't think that your crush may even be aware that he is your crush. And I think that because this is reversed, the Page of Swords, swords is trouble and strife, challenges, obstacles. I think this page, this guy, if he's very young in age, I don't mean like, 12, but I mean like if he's like fairly younger than you, for instance, then that's going to be the issue. If not, he's very immature. This is an immature card, right? The pages are immature in a way of they're just very naive and innocent. The knights are immature, they're acting like a child, a spoilt brat, blah blah blah. This isn't that. This is really saying that I don't think the crush is probably aware of what you're feeling, and so this element of blending two together doesn't feel like it's going to happen. And then we've also got the Page of Wands reversed, and this is coming up in the sort of opportunity position. Now for me, the Page of Wands is, again, it's somebody taking those first steps into self-esteem, self-confidence and maturity. But this reversal is saying that this person isn't even there yet either. So this person, whoever your crush is, it feels like emotionally and spiritually and all of the other Lee's way, it really does feel like there's still, I'm just gonna see whether that will move just slightly more that way. No, is it me? No. Oh, maybe it's just there, right? So yeah, it feels like maybe this person hasn't got a lot of maturity and wisdom and ... all of those things, because this is all coming up as a very naive energy here, and this is saying that these energies are not going to mix. So there's no point mixing fire and water, because you're just going to get steam in this case. You're not going to get this wonderful sort of, this energetic blend. You're just going to end up with steam. So I think this crush may not be the one, Queen 707. Unfortunately, I think you may still need to be looking a bit further afield for your king. But anyway, hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully that at least gives you a little bit of an idea of where things are. But again, you do make all your own decisions, so it may well be that you might go for the crush anyway. You might just say, so then do you fancy a quickie or something like that, and then you never know what might happen. But at the moment, it doesn't feel like that vibe is there. So I hope that helps. That's news to you. He does seem a bit immature, even though you're not close with him. That immaturity is there, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not that it's a bad thing. It's not that it's a awful, nasty, blah blah blah. It's just, it's just. I think it's just that he's young, or like emotionally immature, if that makes sense. Just depends whether you're willing to wait for him to grow up a bit, I guess. But anyway, my darling, I do hope that helps, and thank you again for your question. Right then, let's move very swiftly on. Let's get another round open. Go ahead and put your question in the live chat, starting with the word question, and then we'll be able to find out. We'll do that at random. If you want to guarantee, you can queue jump at buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, where you can click on the very first link, which says Q Jump on a live stream. If you go over and do that, that will get picked up. Just let our mods know that you've Q jumped. I can confirm it, and then we'll get your reading up next. If you don't want to do that, put your question down in the live chat, and I will grab one of them at random. I literally close my eyes and scroll up and down until I click the button. So yeah, that's what we do. That's how we do it. So go ahead and put those details into the live chat right now, or go and Q jump at buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. Hi, I'm Lisa, a practicing liminal witch and tarot reader with over 28 years experience in helping people find guidance through the cards. On this channel, I talk about all sorts of witchy, spooky and mystical things that interest me, and I hope will interest you too. Welcome to Beyond Authentic Witchcraft. This is a Psychic Sunday session, so let's see what's in store today. Yes, indeed. I've got lots of questions coming in. Thank you very much, everybody. Let me entertain you. I don't know why I keep singing this. Let's have a look. Where do they, right, so they go from there all the way down. Oh, Queen 707, absolutely not ready for a relationship. Absolutely not ready for a relationship. Like sowing wild oats, all of that sort of vibe. That's exactly what they're doing. Click. Oh, hang on. I just clicked it and it hovered on your comment. So let me go again. We're going up and downy, up and downy, up and downy with the jog button, and this one. Try again. Is this an actual question? Is this an actual question? Yes. Priya Ray. Good evening, Priya Ray. Priya Ray. Question: will Z and I have an intimate relationship ever again? Ooh, a bit of intimacy, a little bit of. It's very loud in my ears, that. But yeah, a little bit of wow. That's what we want. So then, Wispy, my friend, we are up with another question for you. You're going to work hard tonight, Wispy. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll, my friend. Once I remember how to change the camera position. Yeah. Right then. So, Wispy, we're doing this. We're on a roll. We're good. We're good. The coffee's kicking in, everyone. Right. So then, Wispy, my friend, Priya Ray would like to know, will Z and Priya ever have an intimate relationship ever again? Will there be a little bit of boom chicka wow wow? That's what we're talking about, isn't it? That, or it might not be that type of intimate. It might be, oh, I really like touching your hair, and it's really soft hair, and I like the way the sun shines off your nose in the morning. It might be that kind of intimate, but I think it's, yeah. Anyway, Wispy, is that going to happen ever again between Z and Priya Ray? That's what we want to know, my friend. There we go. One more round, Wispy. One more round. That's a shuffling round, not a tarot round, everyone. Don't worry about that. 3 and 4. Oh, no, that's lots of cards, Wispy. You know, it's a 1 card deal, not a million card deal. That doesn't work. There we go. So when I say to Wispy there's 1 more round, I literally mean there's 4 more. That looks wrong, but there's 4 more shuffles. So it literally does, it turns all the cards around. That's what you know what I mean, don't you? You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to over explain things. Right then, so let's have a look, Priya. We've got the moon in your where you are position. We've got the Ace of Cups in the what you need to know. Cups is your emotional suit. And we've got the Devil reversed in the opportunity. Right. First things first, right? First things first. The devil has nothing to do with the Christian idea of the devil, Satan, all of that boogie woogie. None of that. None of that, right? The devil is literally talking about materialism, contracts, and lust. 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 So yes, right, we'll get into that. Do not be afraid of this card. It's like the death card. It never means what it says on the tin. In a lot of my decks, it's been renamed. So we have got the moon coming up. This is in the where you are now. So this is like where the two of you are now. The moon, if I show you the standard moon, you can see there's a moon rising quite often. We've got a body of water with a dog and a jackal or a wolf or things either side, and the crab, and there's all this imagery involved. In this deck, the moon is literally representing this person going off into the woods and gazing at the full moon. I mean, it's a beautiful full moon. It's a beautiful image. But this is talking about that connection with spirituality, that connection with your inner self, all of that. So it's a very much a kind of, it's talking about a connection that is deeper than just a boom chicka wow wow connection. Okay, so if this is where you both are, if you're both in this situation where you feel like you've got this spiritual connection, if you've done the dirty deeds of, you know, the dog with two backs or whatever it's called, if you've had sexual contact, let's just say it as it is, right? If you've had that sexual contact and you've had that intimate thing in the past and you still feel there's this connection but you're not together, then that could be that's a sign that this is a friends with benefits situation rather than a romantic relationship situation. But sometimes those lines get blurred. Okay, they can get really blurred. The hang on, where's the other one? What was it? It's the devil, isn't it? There we go. Number 15. I'll show you the devil in a second. But if this is where you are now, what you need to know is Ace of Cups. So if you have this kind of spiritual connection, the Ace of Cups is a brand new venture, a brand new start, a brand new chapter in your romantic emotional suit. Okay, so this isn't just an intimate wham bam thank you man. This isn't just an intimate sort of one night stand or sexual relationship. It feels like there are feelings here. So whether this is feelings from you or from Z, there are some feelings involved, and it feels like this is quite a new situation. So it almost feels like you've gone from friends with benefits into something, and now there are feelings getting involved, and it's all getting a little bit emotionally connected, because we've got coming up in the opportunity card, we've got the devil. Now, although in this card on the screen, the devil looks quite stereotypical, what you'll often see in a lot of the tarot cards is at the base of the devil, you see two figures chained, and that's representative of marriage or contracts and things being signed for the long term, and all of the devil in the details. This version of the devil, you can see we're talking about a puppet master, somebody pulling the strings and guiding these two people. Now, the devil's always going to be talking about a materialistic element, but it's also connecting people in a very strong, connected together type of way. It's talking about that, signing those, you know, those contracts, the marriage contract, all of that. Now, this is reversed, so it may be that there's an element here where maybe one of you doesn't want to be in a full-on long-term relationship, but it feels like you're equally moving beyond this being just a, you know, a sexual connection with a bit of hanging out on the sides. It really does feel like the emotions are coming in, because this is what you need to know. This is all the stuff that's going on under the surface. And it feels like this is an opportunity to maybe at least have an open discussion about, are we going to end up going official on Facebook and things like that? Because it's got that sort of vibe to it. Does that make sense? So hopefully it feels like, yes, there is going to be more intimacy. It feels like, yes, there are emotions starting to get involved. So it's just about how you get and how you deal with that from here, if that makes sense. Because it's like you had a spiritual connection, that's turning into something else, and now you need to work out what that something else is going to look like in the future. So hopefully, my darling, that makes sense. Thank you ever so much for your question, Priya. And yeah, I really hope that helps. And if you haven't already, how about dinging that bell for me, Priya? Make sure, and everybody else on the live stream, make sure that you do hit your bell so that YouTube notifies you whenever I go live on a stream or with a video. We've got more videos coming up your way. More videos coming up this week that I've edited or that I have to edit over the next couple of days. So there are some more videos coming, and the podcast has been delayed, but only because I'm, looking after my husband at the moment. So that's why from after his surgery. So yeah, you're in no contact now. Then I think perhaps you could make contact, and I don't think that would go too bad. If you've got those feelings, Priya, then maybe you do need to reach out and make contact again. So yeah, that might be a way to go, my darling. It does definitely feel like there is something there. Shirley, thank you, my darling. You love my makeup. Thank you. This is actually, I know it's not a makeup channel, but this is actually like my favorite 12-pan palette. That is actually 2 6-pan palettes. So what it is, it's Juvia's Place, right? It's 2 6-pan palettes, and it's what's this one called? The Sweet Pinks, and then the Violets, right? So the Sweet Pinks and the Violets by Juvia's. This is what I absolutely adore, these two together. They blend like a dream. They work really well. They like the soft blend on the outside is all that purple and lilac. I love it. Absolutely recommend. And they're quite cheap. Like they're cheap palettes. And if you're in the UK, they're available in Superdrugs. I know. Who'd have thought? Anyway, before Ed gives me another clock for being off on a tangent, let's get another reading on, shall we? Let's get another one going. So if you would like a question answered, go ahead and pop your question in the live chat, starting with the word question. That's how you get one. Or that's how you're in the pick for one, if you like, a bit like a raffle. But if you would like to guarantee your reading, you can do so by nipping over to here, buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. Now, I have realized that some people can't see that message up there. So I'm going to click that. Oh, there we go. I'm going to click that on the screen there. So if you want to queue jump or join our memberships, it's at buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. Okay. So I have seen, when I've watched one of these lives back on my telly, it crops just at the top. So you can only read half the letters there, and just below there, it crops it. So if you need to know where the web address is for Buy Me a Coffee, it's just there. Right then, go ahead and put your questions in the live chat. I will pick a question after this.
Are you a fan of 80s horror but want something different? Do you like modern horror but the regular magazines leave you a bit cold? Are you a fan of that schlocky horror that no one else seems to talk about? Check out Necronomicon, the UK horror zine from Etsy.com. Just search for Necroneil. Blue Chalice is a small business making crafty creations for the Witcher community. From jewellery to wall hangings, witch bells to altar tiles. Why not have a look at bluechalice.etsy.com.
YouTube tarot reader Lisa Lee has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
Yes, indeed. Don't forget, everything that you say on this stream is on the interwebs, right? So even if I delete this video, this stream will still be around on the Wayback Machine and things like that. So do protect your own privacy, protect your own online self at all costs, right? So if you don't want to put things in the live chat, you can always go across here to buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, or even go across to my website, which is beyondauthentic.co.uk. You can book a private reading over there, which is I do on video, or I can do as a live one-to-one on a live stream, on a literally me and you in the stream. So if you want that option's there as well. Right, let's have a look at the comments. Come on then, let's see who is... Oh my God, Pallavi! Hello, my darling. How are you? We haven't seen you in the longest time, forever and ever and ever. Amen. How are you? I hope you're well, my sweets. Ah, bless you for popping in, Pallavi. Thank you. I haven't seen you for ages. I hope you're doing all well, all well. Can't even speak tonight. Don't even know what I'm doing. I hope that you are doing all right and that you are well. There you go. All well. Got a new saying. Right then, so I'm going to grab one of these at random. So as always, I go up and down on the jog bar, up and down, up and down, up and down, and then hit this one. Please be a question. Is that a question? Lily! Where's my glasses? This is ADHD brain. Lily, question. Will I get the job by this year? I have a job examination on the 28th and 29th of September, a 2-day job interview. Wow. Right. Okay. Let me start that. We'll certainly have a look for you, Lily. Welcome to the channel as well, Lily. I hope you're well. Good. Pallavi, you're good. Thank you. You're healing. Oh, I hope you're okay. I don't know what you're healing for, but I hope you're okay, my darling. I really do. Right then. Nope. No, Lisa, that's not how you change cameras. It's because, right, as I look at my screen on StreamYard, all the buttons I need, everything is down the right-hand side, right? So everything is there, all there, and then the comments come up here, right? Again, like the right-hand third of the screen. Where you change the camera is down here on the left-hand side. So I'm always up here, and then I go, where do I change the camera? And I always forget. It's so annoying. You'd think I hadn't been doing this for a long time, wouldn't you? Right then, let's have a look. If I get the question, I've hit the star button. So it should be, where is it? There you go, Lily. Come on. Thank you. I did click that. Right then, Wispy, my friend.
Made the list.
Oh, good God. I pressed the wrong thing. I jumped out my skin. Whew. Wispy. There we go, Wispy. Wispy, Lily would like to know, will I get... Sorry, Wispy. Will I get the job by this year? Lily's got a job examination, like an interviewee type thing, I imagine, or an exam, on the 28th and 29th of September. So at the end of this month, is when Lily has this test, this examination for a new job. And we want to know if Lily's going to get the job, please. That's what we want. So what we're going to do is we'll look at the situation, the obstacle. Oh, no, I'll tell you what, we'll do past, present, future. We'll do past, present, future, Lily. That's a good idea. Right then, let's have a look. We'll cut the cards. Here we go. Don't forget, if you aren't Lily, once again, most of you aren't Lily, but if you are not Lily and you are on the live and you're waiting for a reading, please do copy and select and copy your question into the live chat. No, copy and select your question and get ready to post it in the live chat after Lily's reading. And that's the same for every reading. If you aren't picked, do just copy and select and copy it for the next round. Right then, let's have a look. So move that to one side. So then, Lily, your question, will I get the job by the end of this year? So in the past, we've got the Queen of Swords. So I don't think this job offer, I don't think this job situation has been easy. You're saying you've got an examination. It feels like there's been a lot of hurdles to jump through to get to this position of doing this job exam or whatever is involved in that. The reason I'm saying that is because the Queen of Swords, swords is trouble and strife. The Queen is the authority figure of the more nurturing side. The King makes all the final decisions, but the Queen basically is the power behind that throne, if you get my meaning. So it's like, this is where you're following your heart, following your own ambitions, making those difficult choices, and you're doing so even though it feels like it's been quite difficult to get to where you are. Like, I don't know what the job is, but I know in quite a few career fields the interview process can be very long, and you need to get, there's multiple hoops to jump through, multiple hurdles to overcome. You've got to keep going through, get through this phase, the next phase, a bit like American Idol, or what's the other one called, the thing where the chairs turn around, The Voice. Yeah, a bit like The Voice and things like that. So whatever it is you're doing, if it's like a corporate job or something where you've got to, you've got to show qualifications or show experience or show whatever, however you go through that, it takes a lot. But I do like the fact that it's the Queen coming in, right? And the reason I say that is because the Swords card, it could have been the Page, it could have been, it could have even been the Knight, but it could have been the Page, it could have been one of the other swords to say that this has been a hurdle. So I think this is either it could be a management position, or a position higher up in a company, or a position like come on, Wispy. It's almost there. I can, like a trainer. What I'm getting right, Wispy's given me sat in a because Wispy is my air dragon, right? He's the elemental air dragon that I work with, and he's also full of ideas and things. And I've got a little dragon skull crystal, that's why I keep playing with it. But Wispy gives me things that I recognize, right? So what he's showing me now is a time back when I was running a support group. I had to go and train police in like awareness issues and things like that, and he's giving that to me. So I don't know what this is. I don't know whether this is a corporate thing, a police job, a training job. I don't quite know where this comes in, but whatever this job is, it feels like you're in a position of some kind of authority, maybe, and you again, there's hoops that you have to jump through. Like with this police thing, they had to dig into my my background, make sure I've got no criminal record, make sure I'm not a mass unaliver, or haven't been shoplifting since the age of 10. I've got millions of people working for me, and you know what I mean, they had to check all of that. And it feels like this is that same sort of level of checks and police checks. Is that literally what you're giving me, Wispy? Police checks and things? Could be. I don't know what that means, but anyway, whatever the job is, it feels like it's so like it could be. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you're going to walk in as like the CEO of a company. I mean, that would be nice, but it feels like even if it's an entry-level job, it's a job where you are training people. I don't understand what that is, because it feels very multi-layered, like a corporate position, like a sales position, but I don't understand why it just keeps giving me this image of me being in in West Yorkshire's like police HQ training a lot of coppers. I don't know why. Hang on, I'm just moving in my chair because my back's hurting me. Oh, the joy of fibro. So yeah, whatever the job is, hopefully that makes some sense. Training, or I don't know. I can't take that, Wispy. You have to give me a different one. Anyway, if that's the past, the present is the moon. Now, this is a good card for new work. Let me just find the moon. We've had it before, but we'll have it again. So the moon is on a traditional deck. It's just the moon. Sometimes, as I say, you see the two pillars and the dog and the jackal, but this is talking about, this is that spiritual connection, that cycle connection. So it can also relate to monthly cycles. When's the next full moon? You can tell I'm a bad witch, right? I am a bad witch because I don't follow the full moons. I know when it is, when I feel the energy change, but I don't plan for a full moon. I just go, oh, full moon's here, let's do a quick working. But this spiritual connection, this feels very much like you are No, it can't be nursing. It's not nursing, but whatever it is, whatever this job is, right? It's a vocation because it's something that you are deeply connected to do this job, right? And this is like, why would it be police? It could be police. It could be that you're going to go work in the police, right? It could be police. I don't know. But whatever this is, it's like, this is your vocation. This is something that, like, whatever the hurdles and that are, you've jumped through this multiple times. And you are, if you get a knockback, you're going to find a different way to do it. It's that vocation thing. It's a bit like me in tarot. It's like, if I don't do tarot, if I don't get that sort of psychic seer type energy out of my brain, I will literally see people's auras around them as I'm walking around town. And that fucks you up. That fucks you up. I've been there, done that, bought that t-shirt. I have walked into a pub on a night out and gone to someone, why am I seeing a wedding dress being put in a box on top of a shelf, but you're going to do something with it that isn't a wedding, but I don't think it's your dress, blah, 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 blah. Literally going into a pub for a pint. Well, Bacardi and Coke. But you know what I mean? Same thing. Anyway, we've then got the Magician reverse coming up in the future. Now, this is really interesting because the Magician, if it was this way up, right, it would be talking about, it's all very, very, very super positive. So it's talking about making the changes about your life, bringing in all of the elements, because we've got the swords here, the pentacles, the cups, and the wands are all reflected in these different bottles and jars. We've got rose, that's probably going to say rosemary. We've got an Ouroboros on there, and there's potions. But you can see here, again, this is why I love this deck. In this person's hand, in the Magician's hand, is an ethereal wand. So again, that's connecting to the standard image of the Magician. So they've got this particular wand, this energy wand. There's also an infinity symbol. You can't quite pick it up on this camera, but there is. So this is like the standard Magician. Now this way up, it's talking about you making all these changes to your life. This way up, it's saying that these changes are going to happen and you do have this ability, but it almost feels like whatever this job is, whatever it's like, oh, wonder what that noise was. It's like, if you do end up getting this position, which I do think you will, because this is your future card, it's like you're not going to be left on your own initially. Like the Magician, you're going to be basically like the Magician's apprentice is basically what I'm trying to say. Somebody's going to be manipulating things for you in a positive way. So it almost feels like, whatever this training is, this being a trainer, it's like you'll have a period of time where you have to have a more advanced trainer. It could be like first aid training or something, or like something where somebody needs to show you the ropes, but it feels like that's a longer term thing. I don't know why. Anyway, that is coming up. I'm gonna have to a look in the live chat in a second and see if you put if you haven't already, can you let me know what the job is, if it's anything to do with training, because this keeps being given to me and I can't work out why you'd go in as a trainer, but that would be vocational, unless it's like nursing training, or it could be like when I was a union rep and I had to shadow someone for a bit to learn, how to fight big companies as a union rep. So it could be something like that. I don't know. But whatever it is, let me know, please. But I do see this is in your future, right? The Magician is in your future. You are going to this job feels like it's a foregone conclusion for you. I'm going to say, Wispy, I'm pulling one more card just at the last minute. Wispy, I want to see slightly further than this Magician, right? So slightly further into the future. Let's look at, what would it be? Maybe back end of October, November time, right? Interview and examination. Understand what job would be an examination. That's on the 28th, 29th. What are we going to have October, November time? Oh, Hermit reversed. Okay, so the Hermit would be talking about being out on your own, and this is talking about reversing. This is going back into being around people, going back into like wider society. You've learned whatever these lessons are. You've had the lantern of wisdom. You've found out these lessons. You've learned everything you need to know, and now you're applying this knowledge and you're like, you've been in your, well, in this case, it'll be the woods, but normally you're in a cave as the hermit. You've been in your cave, you've learned what you need to learn, you've learned that wisdom, and now you're going to pass this knowledge on to others. So whatever this training is, you're now going to enter into the wider world, I guess. But yeah, that's really positive. So yes, absolutely, you've got 3 major arcana cards and a queen. That is absolutely, I think I would be very surprised, Lily, if you don't get this job and thrive at it, because these are cards of being really, like, yeah, being really single-minded, really vocational, and going for it. But anyway, I hope that helps. Please put it in the chat if you haven't already as to what, hang on, let me move the camera. Let me change cameras before I move it. Put it in the chat as to what the job is, because I've got no idea. This training thing keeps coming back to me. Hang on. Teacher! Oh, okay. Teacher in a secondary school to secondary students in a school. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. That's why I'm getting training when I was teaching the police. I didn't think about teaching. I didn't think of that word, did not even enter my head. All I was thinking was training. Weird. And November. So yes, no, if November's the time scale, then yeah, November feels like, again, you might have to shadow, apprentice, whatever that's called. You might have to do that for a little bit, but absolutely, I do think, wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. The 29th is the full moon. So this is where that, and this is also where the moon, the vocational thing's coming from, because you need to be pretty dedicated to be a bloody teacher. Ed, DBS. What's DBS? Oh, the police check thing. Oh, it could be. Yeah, it could be. That could be why. It could be why Wispy was giving me that. I wish you'd just put me in a school, you know. You know what I mean? Sending me vague messages like teaching, like, now I'm using that bloody word, teaching the police. Yeah, do let us know how it goes, Lily. Best of luck to you, my darling. Oh my God, there is not enough money in the world. Teachers are not paid enough ever. And there is not enough money in the world that could get me into a classroom teaching, especially secondary school kids. Oh my God, but good luck. Good luck. Absolutely. Good luck, my darling. And yeah, let us know how it goes. Let us know how it goes. Right then, let's have a look. Shall we open up another round, everybody? Let's go ahead and open up another round. Don't forget, we do 3 card readings. Sometimes I pull an extra one. That's just the way we are. We just give you a little bit extra for free. Why not? So sometimes I think the coffee's really kicking in now, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. So then go ahead and put your question in the live chat, starting with the word question. My advice, as always, is to grab one of them my advice is always to select and copy your question. So if I don't grab yours, at least it will be you're able to paste it. Excuse me. This new microphone's really sensitive. I don't want to burp and then everybody go, whoa. What's the saying? Yeah. Copy and paste it. Copy and select it, rather. No, select and copy it that way round. You know what I'm trying to say. Select it and get ready to paste it if you aren't chosen. And yeah, you've got about 20 seconds, give or take. Okay, let's have a look. By the way, I do just want to say before I go any further, thank you very much to the Buy Me a Coffee Club crew members. The names are scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Patricia, Neil, Ed, Holland, Nanette, Little Miss Budget, Renata of the Craft. And of course, we've got a brand new yearly member who bought a membership at the highest level, the cappuccino level. So Lindy Pyra. Lindy gets a full 10 card reading done, videoed. It's like a £35 reading. She gets one of those each and every month for being a cappuccino level member. So yes, thank you ever so much to Lindy. And again, it'll be time before we know it, Lindy. It'll be time to get your next monthly reading on, won't it? That's exciting. Do you know what? I know. I love the members. The like, we've got such a lovely community, and the channel members are so. I just love this community. Every single subscriber, every single member, every single mod, every single person that we interact with. I absolutely love this community so much. It's such a lovely community. Right. All of that being said, all of that smoke blown up your wherevers, let's have let's have a look at the questions involved. Right, we've got loads of questions in, so I'm just going to click this. That's not even a question. We're going to click this. There's a bit of interference being picked up. I don't know if it's that. Shall I move this a little bit? I'll tell you what, let me move the fan a little bit there, like that. That's better. Maybe it's because I've got the speakers turned up really loud. Anyway, who's this? Sherry. Hang on. Oh, I've lost it. Where's it gone? Oh yeah, I definitely need to turn the buttons down. Hang on a sec, everybody. That's what that noise was. I can hear it. It's picking up the electrical interference. So I need to turn the speakers down a little bit. Let me just. That's better. Right, Sherry, where's your question gone? There it is. Right, I need to star it so I can see it on the other screen when I turn the chat off. Right, so question, what's coming towards me in love? Lots of love readings tonight, isn't there? I am still working on the video for how to it's a video. In fact, I'll tell you what it is called. It's basically going to be 3 ways of overcoming heartbreak. It's a witchy video. I've been working on it for too long. I've now got it fully scripted and ready to go. So I just need to sit down and film it and then edit it. So that is coming up soon, because I know a lot of people, a lot of questions we get asked are about getting rid of exes and also about attracting love. So the next video will be 3 witchy ways to attract love. Okay, so if there's nothing coming your way yet, hold on in there, because hopefully before the end of October I'll have some more videos coming up about the witchy stuff. That's my plan anyway, but you'll know what I'm like with plans. Wispy, there we go. Wispy, my darling, good evening, welcome back, Wispy. Thank you very much for being here. The lovely Sherry, I'm assuming you're lovely, Sherry. I'm assuming you're absolutely lovely. The lovely Sherry would like to know what is coming next towards them in love. What is coming next? What love energy is coming for Sherry? That's what we want to know, Wispy. What love energy is Sherry got to look forward to? So let's have a look. Love energy. Love. That's the love song. It's good, isn't it? I wrote that myself. You can never tell. It's amazing I don't have a Grammy. I know. Me and Taylor Swift, yeah, just same level. Right there. You talk some twaddle, Lisa. Right, let's have a look. So this is where you are. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune reversed. That's interesting. The 9 of Cups coming up in your what you need to know, and the opportunity. Oh, we got the Queen of Cups. Cups. So Cups is your romantical energy, okay? So Cups is the energy that is all about emotions and positive things of that type of nature. Now, so where you are now, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is a standard cartoony version, but the standard image of the Wheel of Fortune, okay? In this card, we've got a ship's wheel, which I love. Being from a naval family, I love the ship's wheel. But we've also got the Taro, which is Torah, but also tarot. So there's lots of iconography in here. But the Wheel of Fortune is basically saying that where you are now, it feels like you are afraid to spin this wheel. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune is like a gambling card. Like, yes, there's opportunity to have lots of wonderful things happen, but there's also a risk involved whenever you spin the wheel. Okay, so never bet more than you can afford is basically what it's saying. Now, in terms of a love reading, it's really saying, look, if you aren't putting yourself out there, no one's ever going to come and knock at your door and go, hello, is that the lovely Sherry? Hello, lovely Sherry. I would like to offer you, here is my heart, and here is all of my love, and here is all my worldly possessions. Should we get married now? You know, nobody's going to do that. So you have to kind of put yourself out there a little bit. But the warning with this is, if you do put yourself out there, you need to be really aware of scams, right? We don't want you getting scammed. We don't want you getting somebody setting off all those red flags. Oh, excuse me. My coffee's repeating on me today. Maybe it's because I'm hungry and I've not had dinner yet. But we don't want anybody like triggering off the red flags. We don't want anybody that's a bit of a dick. We want nice, positive vibes, right? But the minute you put yourself out there, whether that's on the internet dating, whether that's on, you know, just going through Facebook and looking at people, whether that's going through apps, or whether it's even going to local bars and the dating scene, whatever that is, it's always going to be difficult, right? So it always has this risk. So yes, you could spin that wheel and land on the spoke that says $10 million or perfect lover for the rest of your life. Or you could spin that wheel and end up with total dick who's just going to use you, abuse you, and move on. Or you could spin it and end up with, you know, okay relationship, but he steals all of your pots and pans because he's got a weird fetish. You know what I mean? Could be anything like that. But this is saying put yourself out there, but be careful of the weirdos, right? In the what you need to know, we've got the 9 of Cups reversed. So this is saying the 9 for me is when you're at peak, right? So I often say 9s are full, 10s are overflowing. So the 9 of Cups is really a victory card here. And it feels like there is some positive energy coming your way, right? But I don't know whether you've been in a previous relationship, but it may well be, again, there is something for you to clear out first, right? Because this is reversed. It's like, yes, you are a winner, or yes, there is victory coming, there is positiveness coming, but it does also feel like, because of this is reversed, that there might be some hang-ups from previous relationships that you might just want to, you know, check that baggage, so to speak, and just be aware of that moving forward, because sometimes the decisions we make can be as based on our previous relationships, good or bad, as they are for wanting a new one, if that makes sense. So these two cards being reversed and being very strongly linked, it's like you can spin that wheel, but don't make your previous relationships, don't let those color your actions on the wheel. Okay, don't risk it just because a previous relationship went bad or went good. You know, be mindful of all of that. But then the opportunity card is the Queen of Cups. Now, for me, I think this looks a lot like me when I've got a tan. And I mean, all right, she's a lot, quite a bit thinner, but she has got what I would like to think of as pink Doc Marten boots on. I know they're not, it's probably slippers, but they look like pink Doc Marten boots, which I own. I do have long necklaces. I would be wearing longer earrings, but you know, it's got that vibe. But this has got, so the Queen of Cups is somebody who makes lots of decisions about their emotional self and moves forward strongly, driven by their heart. They wear their heart on their sleeve. Now that is going to get you the dickheads, right? If you wear your heart on your sleeve and you're always honest and open, you are going to get the dickheads coming out of nowhere. But it's also the best way to find other people who also have open, free hearts and free souls. And you're going to make that connection with someone, because this is a very, very positive card. This opportunity is coming your way, right? So when you do put yourself out there with an open heart, but don't lose track of these risks. Don't lose sight of, not everybody on the internet is honest and authentic. Some people on the internet are scamming bastards, right? Whether it's a love scam, a money scam, or whatever, just be your own advocate. Be careful in terms of love. But as to what energy is coming your way, this is clearing up. So the opportunity is literally saying, there is going to be romance energy coming in. It's going to be a very positive energy because the Queen of Cups is a very, very positive card. And it's going to be like a nurturing and fulfilling energy coming your way, because this is all about like the spiritual connection, the spiritual world, the world that I kind of live in when I do these streams. And oftentimes the world that I live in within the mundane world. Do you know what I mean? So it does feel really, really positive in terms of when. I don't tend to see more than a couple of months in the future. So we're looking at, you know, October, November time for there to be some positive movement. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to meet your long-term partner in October, November, but it means that the energies will be changing enough so that vibe is going to be out there and you'll start to attract that. Do you know what I mean? So I by October, November at the latest, you will start to attract that positive love energy, and just put yourself out there, but be mindful. So there you go, my darling. I hope that helps. Let me swap the cameras around again. And I don't know how the other YouTubers do it, where they've got like actually, I do know how they've got multiple cameras, because they pay a lot more for the streaming software. There is a next level, but it's like 3 times the price that I pay, and that's already quite a bit. But anyway, let's have a look. So on to the comments, on the live comments. Let's see what Sherry's had to say. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, doesn't look like Sherry said anything. Anyway, Sherry, that is your answer to your question. I hope that helps, my darling. I really, really, really do. And yeah, I hope that helps. If only, what? You hang on, what's the conversation? My nails are beautiful. They were, now they're buggered because look, one of them's popped off. But yes, thank you. I've got a plug-in keyboard if you want, Patricia. You don't need a new laptop, just a new plug-in keyboard. I think it's a USB one. I'll have a look. If I've got a spare, I might even have 2 or 3. But if I've got a spare USB keyboard, I'll put it to one side and I will send it to you. I will send it you. What's that, Holland? 8 years, it'll be going backwards soon. Yeah, I mean, oh God, your laptop's 8 years old. I didn't see that. Yeah, it will be going slow. Oh, thank you, Sherry, my darling. No problem. No problem at all. I hope that helps. Don't forget, everybody, you can join our memberships if you like my readings, right? And you want to support this channel to keep it running. The stupid costs that I have to pay for everything. If you want to support the channel, you can do so up here, buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. Even when YouTube memberships come on stream, which is probably going to be, could be 6 months, could be 3 months, depending on when the watch time crosses over, the first thing that we'll get is memberships and super chats that will be available on the channel. After that, all the ad money revenue, when we get to 4,000 hours, that's when that starts coming in. So I'm not going to be, it's not going to be like a, I'm not going to be being a professional YouTuber anytime soon, put it that way. So anybody that helps out over here with the memberships, you absolutely, you don't know how much you help out. You really do. But anyway, thank you to everybody for being a member. Right then, it will be in a museum soon. I know, right? I know. Could you imagine? You have to put it in the Museum of Witchcraft, Patricia, down in Boscastle. This was Patricia's digital book of shadows, the laptop of witchy term here, the higher celestial folklore magic laptop of ye oldie worldy witchy shoppy patricia-y something-y. Absolutely, that all made perfect sense. Right then, let's go ahead and get some more readings done, shall we? We've got half an hour to go. I do finish at 9 p.m. UK time. And yeah, by the way, everybody, Friday went really well. Are you all right? Are you all right? All right, prank call me in a sec. So yes, Friday's stream went really well. I really, really, really enjoyed it. Thank you to everybody that joined us on Friday. If you don't know, I don't just do a Sunday stream. I also do a Tuesday stream, 7 p.m. UK time. And if there are days where Tuesday can't happen for whatever reason, then I will try and schedule one on the days in between, if that's okay. The green healing candle is blowing gusto there. Look at that. That is going to go out very soon. You need to put it on a memory card, a memory plug-in thing. What's it called? What's the memory thing called? The plug-in memory thing. What's it called? I've got one sat on here. That's you what? No, not the card reader. The actual, is it just a memory? What's it called? The big one of these things. My fibro and ADHD have just deleted this from my brain. What's it called? It's not a memory card. A hard drive. Fucking hell. Holland, I got that just as you typed it. What? No, one of the ones you plug in. Yeah, that's what it is. A hard drive. A hard drive. A handbag. No, a hard drive. A hard drive. Yes, right. That's what you need, Patricia. Anyway, enough talking nonsense. I mean, that's kind of what I do 24/7. You know what I mean? But let's go ahead and get another reading on the books. So don't forget, if you would like a tarot question answered, pop your question into the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will go ahead and do that for you. Just in case you don't know, let's get a lovely handy dandy video to help you out. I'll come and do that in a second. Sorry, everybody, just discussing dinner because I am hungry. Hungry hippo. That's me. Yes, I am. I'm a hungry hippo. Yeah, absolutely. Back up your digital book of shadows. I once lost. I had a beautiful book. It wasn't beautiful, but I had an old ledger, right? Like a financial accountant's ledger. It was literally about this big, huge book. And that was my first proper grimoire book of shadows, right? One that I wanted to keep. And I ended up moving. We got kicked out of the pub that I worked in, and we ended up moving like really quick because unfortunately the owner didn't pay any of the bills, and the brewery took back the pub and basically kicked him out, and I was only the manager, so I was just booted out, and I lost it. It got lost. So somewhere somebody has got this blooming old ledger with all of this witchcrafty stuff in it, and oh boy, do I miss it. Yeah right. So yeah, back all your books of shadows up and everything. Right, let's have a look. Bye bugger off, I'm busy. He just came in to see what to tell me what he was doing for dinner. So right, let's have a look. We've got questions all over the place, but there's a massive list here. So we're going to go with this one. God damn it. Right, we're going to go with this. Alison. Good evening, Alison. Question. What do I need to know going forward? Did I do a reading for Alison? I don't think I did I? Did I? Why am I thinking I've done a reading for you already tonight? I don't think I have. Have I? Oh. Okay. I thought I had. I don't know why. My brain's just like, did we? Again, fibro and ADHD brain. Did we talk earlier or something? Because I'm like, I'm sure I had your name up on screen before. Anyway, we're going to do your reading. Wispy. Sorry, that's really confused me then. Wispy, my darling, good evening, Wispy. You're doing so well tonight, Wispy. You really are. You're doing such an amazing job tonight, giving me wonderful cards and images. Right then. In fact, Wispy, here we go. Look, we'll put your dragging your. I tell you what, we'll put you right there, my friend. There we go. So then, if you don't know, the reason I ring the bell is to cleanse the space in between readings. So yeah, Wispy, this is for Alison. Alison wants to know, what do I need to know going forward? So what does Alison need to know going forward? So we're going to do the situation reading, Wispy. Situation, that's what we're going to do. I love questions like this because they're so open, but also so blooming wonderful, because it really does show that you're ready to take on the universes, the Akashic records, deep advice and wisdom. And I love that. I love that, Alison. Right then, so there we go, Wispy. We've got the cards shuffled. This my candle has just gone out. Oh, a bit smoky. So it's a good job Rufus came in when he did, really, isn't it? Otherwise his asthma would have triggered. Right, let's have a look. Here we go. Hey, all the way down there. About 2/3 down. Interesting. Right then, what does Alison need to know, Wispy? We've got the situation currently, the Knight of Wands. And we've got the obstacle to the situation. Oh, Temperance coming up again. This, I'm telling you, Wispy really loves Temperance in this deck, doesn't he? Really does. Really loves this. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Right. Okay, Alison, what's going on, my darling? What is happening? Because, let me just put those back there. Because this is, hang on, am I on the right screen? Yeah. Hang on, I need to find the Temperance card. There we go. So the Knight of Wands, right? The situation. So the Knight of Wands is rebellious teenage energy, right? This is somebody who is acting like a rebellious teenager, you know, like, you're not my mom, you can't tell me what to do, you're not the boss of me, I hate you, me. Slam the door, go in the bedroom, listen to My Bloody Valentine. Or is that just me? Might be given. Actually, it wasn't in my case. It would have been Linkin Park, and then I was too old for Linkin Park anyway. But you know what I mean? It was probably The Cure. Anywho, it's that night energy, right? This teenager that think they know better. So it's that type of energy. It doesn't have to be a teenager, but it's that vibe. And this is not you. This is coming from somebody around you. The reason I'm saying that is because this is reversed. And in this type of reading, this is like external forces. Now, the situation, I think it's literally about somebody who is taking risks that they're not aware of, or taking, you know, somehow risking things unnecessarily. Bit like that teenage rebellious energy. Like, it's all well and good being the bad boy when you're 17, 18 and you've got the leather jacket in the car and everything else. But that can lead to lots of issues later in life. You know what I mean? You get an arrest warrant, blah, 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 blah. So this is taught, and I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but this feels like the situation is quite somebody is acting out. Somebody is definitely acting out here, and probably somebody who should know better. So I don't think this is a teenager. Like, when you're 16, 17, you're still making all your mistakes. I don't think, because you're still learning, I don't think this is that, because it's reversed. It could be a teenager, or it just could be that type of vibe, you know, midlife crisis vibe, you know, go and buy a sports car and get yourself into debt, because that's a useful thing to do. Anyway, Temperance. So this is the standard, or more like the standard Temperance card. I've only got these for the majors, which is why I play it for the majors. But this Temperance, literally, you've got one foot on the land, one foot in the water. So there is an emotional element here, because anytime you see water, it's emotional. We've got the angel wings here. So this isn't an angelic intervention. These wings are ethereal. So although this person may well have really lovely positive vibes, they're not from, you know, the angelic realms. This is all about finding a way of compromise, working together, mixing, oil and water to make the emulsion, blah, 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 blah. But this is in the obstacle position. So whatever's going on here, it's like they're not wanting to compromise. They're not wanting to negotiate. They're not wanting to find that agreeable middle path to get things done. It's like, nope, I want this to be this. And you're like, right, okay, that's not necessarily going to work. We could do this instead, but you know what I mean? It's like, no matter what you say, it's like somebody saying that they want, they walk into McDonald's and they want a Burger King, a Whopper. And you go, well, this is a McDonald's. They don't do Whoppers. Oh, well, I want it. Well, the nearest thing you can get in here is whatever the nearest thing to Burger King, Whopper, McDonald's does. I don't know if that's a big, I don't eat there, but it's like basically saying, well, we're not in Burger King, we're in McDonald's, so you can get a Big Mac or you can get a McTasty or whatever. Well, I don't want that. I just want a Burger King Whopper. Right, but we're not in a Burger King. And it's like, no matter how many times you compromise and you say, well, instead of just getting a Whopper, you could get this Burger King meal, or we could go home and you could order it in. No, I want it and I want it now. It's like this energy is really like demanding. And then in the how to overcome this is you maybe kind of bringing in that teenage energy yourself, right? So it's kind of almost like, and this is to do with work, career, money, finances, and effort, because Pentacles is all about like grounding, but it's also about the amount of effort involved, the amount of work involved in something, as well as it being about your, as well as it's being about career, work, and finances. In this position, I think it's talking about overcoming this stubbornness by basically playing this situation off at its own game, matching it energy for energy. So if this rebellious energy is coming in, you basically just have to go, nope, this is it. This is how things are. Regardless, this is it. There is no other options. I'm not bending over backwards and, painting the bloody grass blue and the sky green just to appease you. We're not doing that. This is what is happening, and it's just this. And so how to overcome it, again, I don't think this comes naturally. I don't think either withholding spending money on a situation, or being a bit sort of digging your feet in and digging your heels in and being obstinate, I don't think that's going to come naturally. This feels like it's the more natural role for you, Alison, but this isn't working. This ain't going to work. This is the obstacle. So maybe you need to meet teenage rebellious energy with teenage rebellious energy, and kind of, even if you're going at that, the immovable object meets the brain fart, the unstoppable force. There you go. So then you get this, this element of these two things being equal and opposite. That's going to be the way through, right? That is going to be the way through going forward. Stop trying to compromise on things that are never going to get compromised with, because the people that are doing the decision making aren't able to do that. But there you go. I hope that helps, my darling. I really, really do. Let me swap cameras again. I really thought I'd read for you earlier. I don't know why. Let's have a look at the live chat. Oh, you asked how Rufus was. Yes, thank you. Crystal Pickett, curious. Yes, it was from me, and thank you for letting me know. What's that? Yeah, please don't spam the chat with multiple questions, because if it continues every time I open a round, then unfortunately we just have to block you from that night's stream, because basically everybody's got the same chance by putting your question in once. If there's 13 people watching, when you take out the 3 or 4 mods that we've got, everybody else is wanting readings. So if you put your question in 15 times, you're trying to stack the odds, and all that actually does is mean that if your name did come up, I wouldn't read for you, because you would have it in multiple times, and that isn't fair. So it's about authenticity and fairness. If you want to guarantee a reading, you can go up here and pay £4. You know what I mean? It's like not even $6. You can go and do that. You're not going to find a tarot reader doing 3-card readings for $6 anywhere. Not even on Fiverr, where I've got my gigs. Those start at $10 for $10 or $15 for a 3-card reading. So you ain't going to find that anywhere else. Or you can go to another channel quite happily, and I will say thank you and bless you. And, you know, I hope that other reader reads as authentically as I do. But good luck to you. And that's the same for everybody, okay? So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Alison. I've got no idea what I say. I've got no idea what I say. It makes, because again, I've never met you. I don't know what's going on in your life. I've got no idea. But yeah, thank you for that. And this is where it's like, this is where we talk about things being authentic, because there's no ability to cold read. I hate tarot readers that are cold readers. It's like, oh, if you're old, then obviously you're here because you're mourning your husband or your wife, or, you know, you've got children, and oh, your children are doing. It's like, no, stop cold reading people. Read the bloody cards. Annoys me. It annoys me, Alison. It does. And thank you, my darling. Rufus will be very well soon. We're back down to London tomorrow, so watch out in fact, I've got a vlog coming up next week, probably Tuesday, on the other channel, the Health and Beauty channel. Probably over there will be the vlog of his journey during this first week. So check that out over at Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty. Or the members will also get that I don't know whether you're going to get it a day early, members, because we're in London tomorrow. But yeah. Anyway, one last reading. We've got time for one more reading. Let's get in there. By the way, everybody, if any of the moderators ask you anything, or say anything in the chat, they absolutely 100%, I have their backs, because they have mine. That's literally why they're doing it, to make my life easier so I can get the readings done. Okay, go ahead then, pop your question in the live chat. This is your last chance tonight. If you want to guarantee yours is read, you've got one last chance to swoop in, slide in at the last minute and go to buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, and that will guarantee you get the last reading tonight. If not, don't forget, you can always book me at beyondauthentic.co.uk. That is my website, and details there link across to the Buy Me a Coffee and also to my Fiverr gigs there. So yeah, that is always an option if you don't get your reading done, read, whatever, tonight. So yes, go ahead for the very last time tonight. This is how you get your reading done. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Right then, let's have a little look-see. So we're going, hang on, up and down on the chat. Oh. The mouse stopped working, as it does. You know, sometimes that happens, doesn't it? Right, let's have a look. We've got lots and lots and lots and lots of questions in. I'm only going to be able to do one of them. Oh, before I do, let me just double check on Buy Me a Coffee, see if anybody did queue jump. Nope, nobody's queue jumped. So let's have a look then. We're going with up and down. No, please be a question, not a Nightbot. Lou Who, question, a general reading. Okay, Lou, good evening. I didn't even see you come into the chat, my darling. Thank you for that. Good evening, Lou, and this will be your last, this will be the last question tonight. Hang on, I need to put that, I need to star that, put that on the starred button and put that there so I can see it without the chat. Webcam, there we go. There we go. There we go. Fantastic. Right then, everybody, this is the last reading tonight. Across the bottom of the screen is my website. If you want to go there, you can go and check out. It's also where you can find out where I'm going to be live, because I am actually appearing live in next month, in like 3 weeks' time. Wow. Lou, I'll do your reading now, straight after this. Sorry, 1 second. Hi, I'm Lisa from Beyond Authentic Tarot. I'm a liminal witch and tarot reader with over 28 years experience of helping people just like you find guidance through the cards. Now, my way of reading is a little bit different to some other tarot readers. With 28 years of experience behind me, I've learnt my own way with the cards. I often describe the way I read as it's like a reading from your best friend. So a friend might say to you, oh, I'm sorry you're feeling down. When you're feeling better, give me a ring and we'll go for coffee. But your best friend would say, you haven't been out of the house in 3 weeks. Brush your teeth, get in that shower. I'm coming to yours. I'm going to pick you up and we're going for a coffee. And after that, we might even nip off for a cocktail or two. That's the difference. It's always what you need to know, but not necessarily what you want to hear. And if that sounds like something you'll be interested in, I'm going to be at the Roots to Life event on Sunday, the 15th of October at the Delmany Resort in Lytham St Anne's. And hopefully I'll see you there. Yeah, I had to get that in because I didn't play it earlier. Sorry, everybody. Right then, Wispy, we are going for the last reading tonight. Lou Who would, oh gosh, Lou Who would like a general reading, please. So a general reading for Lou Who. So we'll do a past, present, future, Lou, and we'll, oh my gosh, my hands. At the end of the stream, I don't know how many we've done tonight. Oh, hang on, I can look here, can't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 readings. It looks like we've done. Might have been 8. I think I might have done another one. But yeah, so let's have a quick look. Right then, Wispy, one more round. 2. Oh, there we go. We stop as soon as that flips. Wispy, you're liking the knights tonight. So a modifying card, just to, you know, just because. So Lou, a clarifying or modifying card. So you've got the Knight of Wands. So you heard me say in the previous reading, this Knight of Wands is rebellious energy and the Wands is about confidence. So whatever's happening, there's a lot of someone being quite confident. But this is reversed. So they're being overly confident. It's like they can't back up, like they can't walk the walk, but they can talk the talk. We've got the Star in the past, the 9 of Cups again in the present. That's come up a couple of times tonight, I think. And we've got the 5 of Swords in the future. So then let me just have a look at the standard image of the star. So the standard star, as you can see, is just like the star. But in this deck, we often see, by the way, the standard image is a water, somebody pouring water or collecting water. So we've got this water element because the star is directly linked with emotions. But for me, the star is all about wishful thinking because it's that wishing on a star. So there are different types of wishes, right? There is the goal wish where you say, oh, I wish that I can lose weight successfully this time round. That's one of mine. Where you literally, you're making that wish and putting it out to the universe, but you're already making some healthier food options and you're making all of those better decisions, okay? The other way is say, oh, I know I've just eaten 15 pizzas and a KFC and a Chick-fil-A or whatever, but I wish I was thinner. I ain't going to get you nowhere. You know what I mean? That's that wishful thinking part. So this is coming up in the past. So whatever's going on, whatever this teenage energy is, it's almost like you're wishing it away. You're wishing it would change, whilst not actually making any proactive moves to make that happen. In the present, we've got the 9 of Cups reversed. So again, there is an element here of like really strong emotions being tied in at the moment around whatever this Knight of Wands is representing. So if this is you, you're making really quick decisions, but it feels like this is about somebody else. Okay. Now whatever this energy is, it's somebody who is perhaps not making the best decisions for them, and this feels like it's almost breaking your heart. You know what I mean? It's like you're worried and sad that they are going down this particular road. Not that it's about skateboarding being particularly bad, but you know, just that they are going on their own way, and that can be quite emotionally daunting for you to have to accept and have to go through, if that makes sense. And then in the future, we've got the Five of Swords reversed. Now, this is really interesting because this is talking about it being a time of change, a time of upheaval. Swords is your challenge question, if that makes sense. And Swords is the one which is basically all about making. So Swords is the trouble and strife. The Five is talking about like at the end of a battle. So these swords, or they're supposed to be daggers, but they look like daggers, but they're supposed to be swords. That's what I'm trying to say. It's because I'm trying to rush. Right. These swords, we'll call them, have been left over after a battle. Like the boats there, like it's almost like people who have come ashore, like in the Viking days. They've sent a boat ashore. They've done battle, sing, sting, swing, swing, chang, clang, clang, and then the victors have put all their various swords of the enemy that have fallen into the ground, and they put their banner up and gone, haha, we won. Now, this is reversed, right? Which is saying this time of upheaval, I think, is a learning curve rather than anything particularly major. It doesn't feel like this is really intense. It doesn't feel like this is like you're going through another massive upheaval. It feels like that's a kind of over here somewhere in the past, and you've just got this energy that is sort of, how can I help it? It feels like, Luke, right? It feels like whatever's going on with this teenage energy, it feels like you're slightly disconnected from it on an emotional level, and that the future is going to bring a little bit of change and a resolution, but that resolution you're not going to be happy with, right? So the Five of Swords, because it is such a time of change and upheaval, if this is the time of resolution, if this is a way forward, it will be a way where, you know, some people have won, which means some people have lost. Okay, this is not the Temperance card. Does that make sense? This is a really definitive idea, but also this battle, if you like, this struggle isn't coming from you. It's whoever was bringing this night energy. They're still going to be bringing that in, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope that you can take that and understand that this card, this wishful thinking element, it's not a negative. Okay, it's not. It's looking for the best possible outcome, and it feels like whatever's happened, like in the further past, you were really hopeful that things would mend themselves, but this energy is the one that's causing the discombobulation. Do you know what I mean? This is causing those issues. And I do think it will get resolved, but I think it's still going to be a bit of a difficult time in the next few weeks to come. And I hope that helps, my darling. I really, really, really hope that helps. And yeah, it does feel like, and don't forget, I only see a couple of months into the future with this, the patterns. So I don't think that this is going to be like years and years of hell. You are going to get the resolution, and it will happen fairly soon. And yeah, it might not be the resolution you're looking for, but at least you will get a resolution. And hopefully that helps, Lou, my darling. Thank you ever so much for popping on the stream again. And thank you for asking the question. Thank you to, there we go, live chat up. Again, I'm looking in the wrong place for moving the camera. Again, thank you to everybody who's come on the live stream. Thank you to everybody who's asked questions today. If you didn't get yours answered, we're back on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. UK time. And so do try again then. If not, my website is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You can click on there and book a 3-card reading from $10 via Fiverr and via the buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic at the top of the screen. The reason I keep doing this, by the way, is because the microphone's on an arm. I need to reposition it. But there you go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being wonderful. And as ever, huge, amazing, wonderful thanks to the moderators and to the channel members. Thank you so, so much to every single person who helps this channel out in doing what it like I can't even say, it helps us do what we do here. It helps give readings for other people, and the mods are the most amazing bunch of mods that I have ever had the privilege to know, and they literally keep this channel running behind the scenes. So thank you to the mods. I've seen a couple of comments. I think tonight was particularly difficult for you all, and thank you for being so bloody wonderful, giving up your time to help me do these readings. You are all amazing, and I love you to bits. You all know that. And on that note, I'm back on Sunday evening next week. Before that, I'm back on Tuesday evening. I forgot what day it was then. I'm back on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. UK time. And if you can't see me then, I'll be back on Sunday at the same time, 7 p.m. And in the meantime, there should be a couple of videos coming your way this week. So do make sure your bell is dinged. That's it from tonight. Hopefully we'll see you soon. And as always, stay you, stay true, stay authentic. And we'll definitely catch you on the flip side. Bye.